Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a treat box that I used the Jolly Words stamp set. This time I'm using the 'Tis the Season. I'm using DSP that is sold out right now, but it's getting pretty hard to do projects with things that are in. So if it's sold out, a lot of you have it, but you could easily substitute something else for this in different colors if you wanted to. I just wanted to tell you that tomorrow, December 14th, there will be a free shipping for Stampin' Up! Is going to do it. Any purchases 75 or more, please put this host code in for anything that is under $150, not including your tax, because the shipping is free. Alright? So, if there was anything in that clearance or last chance, you'll get free shipping tomorrow only. Okay, so inside my box, I have two of the Kinder Chocolate Ornaments. I had a third one, but the packaging was so tight that I ripped it up. So, of course, I had to eat it. It got smashed when I tried to pull it out. But any kinds of treats will fit in here, or little gifts, hand cream, or anything like that. So, if I didn't tell you already, it measures 4 by 3 by 1. Alrighty? Okay, I'm also using the nested essential dies for these two rectangles. I'm using the two largest sizes. Alright, so what we need for this project, now this time I didn't even think of it, that I should try to use the metallic paper for the Granny Apple Green in the background, so this time we're going to try it. And this is the larger of the rectangles. It measures 3 by 2 3/8. The smaller of the rectangle that we're going to cut our stamped image out is 2 5/8 by 2, and we'll stamp that on basic white. We need a piece of Melon Mambo that is 8.5 by 6 3/4. I had to use a slightly different of the same pack of DSP because I was out of the traditional looking bulbs, which I love. Alright, we need two pieces that are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Two that are 3/4 by 3 3/4, and two that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. Alright, let me get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 8.5 inch side. And there is, I'm not going to be doing any projects with the new catalog that is like the spring kind of one. It goes from January to the spring, and I just can't get myself into doing projects right before Christmas of spring things, so I'm gonna just be doing a few more until I take time to get my family's things in order. But the new catalog is going to start the beginning of January, and there is an awesome joining bonus. There is when I get it, I will show it to you, but you also can get that, or you can get more products for your $99. So, if you would like to join my team in January, I would love to have you. If you were thinking about it, I would wait till January because there's a little bit extra there. Okay, so we're going to start on the 8.5 side, score at 1, 4, 5, and 8. Turn it to the 6 3/4 inch side and score at 1, 5, and 6. Alright, now just fold and burnish all of your score lines. Okay, how we have this is the skinniest rectangle is over here. It is 1 inch on the bottom and 3/4 inch on the top. And this is what we're gonna be doing. This is a pretty standard, simple box, so it won't take you a lot to figure it out. It's pretty straightforward. Okie doke. So we're gonna start over here, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up a little bit into that skinny rectangle. Okay, turn it so that that rectangle is over here now. And what we're going to do is count to the second score line, cut it to the second score line, and we're going to take these 4 pieces off. Okay, and then just wedge a little piece out of the skinny rectangle right there. Oops, right here. Okay, go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, take off the rectangle at the bottom, and wedge the square. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line, get rid of the rectangle on the bottom, and wedge the square. Alright, then we just need to take a corner rounder. Now your skinny rectangle is over here again. And this top piece here, we're going to round the corners on both sides of that top part. This one I do right. There we go. Okay, and that's what your cardstock should look like after you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, I'm going to get my tear and tape and put it on what's left of this rectangle here next to the score line. Take your pick tool to get the backing off and save your nails. Alright, flip the whole thing over, flip over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. This is the back of our box. So we're going to put the tabs in and put a little bit of glue on them. Pull the back flap and then put glue on the front and push it. Make sure everything's straight. And I'm just going to push down the tabs. Alright, now we're going to put our Designer Series paper, the 2 big pieces, we're going to put on the front and the back, and the long on the long sides and the short on the short sides, and I'll be right back. Okay, then I'm just going to let this dry a little while we do our stamping. Alright, so we need a piece of basic white, and I'm using Melon Mambo Cardstock and the Tis the Season stamp set from Jolly Words. And I'm just going to put this right in the middle there. Great. And then I'm going to cut it out with the second largest die from the Nested Essential dies, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we need a dark Granny Apple Green marker blend, Stampin' blend, and I'm going to put the top piece of the hanger and the zigzag and the dots with this marker. I'm going to color them in. Okay. Alrighty, now we need, I got some glue on there. Okay, now we need, this time I'm going to try the Melon Mambo foil paper instead of the Granny Apple Green foil paper instead of the cardstock. But before we do this, I need the Parakeet Party. This is like a 1/8 inch ribbon. It's in the ribbon combo pack with the petal pink. And I'm going to double it. And I might need a little more. And I want to go around the front like this, and in a little bit we will split it up. We could split it up now to make sure there's enough. You can just do a single if you want to. Alright. I'm going to tie a bow right at the tippity top of the front of the box. And I'm going to put them on the left hand side, and the opening of the box is on the right. Alright. And then I'm going to tie a bow right at the top here. Now you can use the trim, the silver or gold trim if you want. You don't have to use this. You can use a thicker ribbon and only do one. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut them. Okay, there's our bow. Alright, and this one I attached the 'Tis the Season to the Granny Apple Green with glue. This time I'm going to make it a double layer. So I'm going to put dimensionals on this layer and then dimensionals to attach that layer to the box. Alright, so I'm just going to try to center this as best I can. Alright, I'm going to make sure that my pieces of ribbon are split up on the left side. And then what I'm going to do, now just notice where this is going to cover. So up here, I'm going to put a dimensional over this piece and then down a little lower on this piece. Alright, and then we only need dimensionals from here over on this. So I'll put one in the middle and one on the top and the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to center this on the box. Yeah, I like this other piece lifted up. This one's plush. I like it better lifted up. Alright, and I'm going to just fiddle with the bow a little bit, get it where you like it. And then these two are stuck because of the dimensionals underneath them. Alright, and for the final touch, I'm going to use some glossy dots. And I'm going to use the Melon Mambo ones. I'll use a medium one. These are kind of tight. Right above the E and the H. A small over here. And then another medium one down over here. And that's it. I hope you like this. If you have any questions, my email's below, along with the links to my blog and to my shop where you can purchase whatever you like. That's still available. The stamp set is still available. Alright. Remember, tomorrow is free shipping. Please put this host code in for any purchases under $150, not including your tax. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.